again with the Titan 10K tournament. In this winners bracket, we have Momentum Mori on the blue team versus Titan Odyssey on the orange team.
Looking to be an exciting game here. Banning Monty, clearly to try and deal with some aggressive plays from Odyssey, I believe, that ban. Oh no, sorry, that was an Odyssey ban. Mento going for the Capital ban.
From past maps that I've seen throughout this tournament, both teams have played Cafe quite a lot.
So there should be plenty of evidence, there should be plenty of reasoning behind these bans then. Obviously they've gone and studied each other, most likely. The Capital ban, I understand. The Mirror is a fairly default ban. I'm sure you'll agree on this map.
Where?
I feel like that's a strategic ban onto Momentum Mori there.
So what I'm understanding from this is Momentum Mori likes to play the bottom floor kitchen site.
Yes.
So this takes out C4, opens doorways to go through, and possibly takes out another vector. The Monty, I assume, is because Memento pushed very well with him. We haven't seen much Monty play from Momentum on this map. Probably because it's been banned most of the time, but from past experiences of viewing and spectating Memento, they have used a lot of Monty before. So very strategic bans coming out from Odyssey, yeah?
I think Odyssey is purely trying to force them into a strategy that they're ready for. They're trying to close any loopholes in their strategy, specifically with the Monty being so important into the meta right now.
All right.
Fairly standard lineup coming out of Memento for the attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Odyssey sticking with their side, their first side. They've really trained this. Every single map that they have gone to a third bomb. Pulse looking to hold train to below the piano area. To be
10 seconds remaining.
A kill box in mining room.
5 seconds left. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Possible early
Stay clear of BDS line of fire.
Possible early pick here from Kashi.
No pick for him. All 5 members from Momentum Mori go straight to the roof.
Bomb located by attackers.
Coming out, hatches on.
Device ready. Deploying drone. Throwing flash.
Pulse with some early intel for the Jaeger. finding these two players have come down one floor to hunt these two roamers.
What's quite interesting is very little vertical play being done here onto the site.
Oh, I lied. Those are not roamers. They're attacking the site now.
Thunderwings in the air.
Apparently your mic is a little bit soft.
Attackers dropped a bomb.
Might be.
At the end of this round.
Beauty's in play.
15 seconds remaining.
Waves in position.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
Oh. He were trying all he could there, but that's honestly just with great positioning, not being able to push his way into the site. 3v1, 10 seconds left, not really much he could do.
Alright, that should solve my technical difficulty. I'm unable to see chat currently, and I do not know why.
Interesting. So it takes a score 1-0 to Odyssey on a very well executed defense on their side. With Kashi obviously getting that opening pick, very little vertical play being done surprisingly, even though the buck was still in play late into the round. Leaves you wondering, maybe they should have done just a little bit more vertical play?
Sorry, I am currently trying to fix my problems.
Attackers need to
Apparently you're
locate
still
and
very
defuse
soft.
bombs.
Yep, so that should resolve that issue.
Okay, so the second side Odyssey running up the stairs to the bar. Again, running a fairly standard loadout here with the Maestro, Pulse, Kashi on the Jaeger, Luna on the Smoke. I'm looking for this round to see if Kashi can pull off that opening pick again like he did in the last round.
I do apologize for the viewers. I'm not much of a spectator. I am still learning, so I do miss quite a lot of the
10
action.
seconds remaining.
But I am trying to get there. Hopefully we'll get there before the end of this game, as there's lots of amazing action happening here.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Why am I playing in the pixel corner? Obviously he's going to be looking to stall as much time as slightly late reinforcement enough from the Maestro here. But it shouldn't be anything that will get him killed.
Bomb located by attackers.
So the entire momentum again, same approach onto the roof. Most likely immediately going to open the hatches, get the drone work done, waste as little time as possible.
There is an elite skin, which could cause an issue.
That could possibly cause an issue, but that will have to be called out by the team. I believe it's the full state. Ah, there we go, there comes the call out for it. That being the player of Kashi. Zofia dropping into red. Slow firing, trying to delay them, put down to 10 health. Zofia holding the angle, getting shot by the Maestro from behind. Still the one playing on pixel corner and gunfight coming through from the freezer. Leaving Dan on 1 HP. Very, very close. Luna, SpongeBob is opening frag onto Luna. Has to smoke down, losing them their long denial. Actually still holding the angle, trying to pinch anyone in piano. I'm assuming there's still someone playing back white corridor. Yeah, one might still playing on the white corridor by the top stairs. Team doing their drone work. Buck doesn't know he's there. Manages to escape onto Spade. Dan manages to kill Spectre. Kashi falls as well. He's in a 5v2 situation for Momentum looking very good here. 1 minute still on the clock. They've got time. Bloodshot rotating. And he gets a good kill into Dan. Oh, and he kills SpongeBob as well through white corridor. Great play here by the Maestro. 1v3 situation. Bomb going down. Skippy on the roof, just keeping the Maestro at bay. Down, kills Mars, but Plant is down. 2v1 situation with Skippy on the roof. This is looking like a very tough situation to win. Trying to start ahead of Cube. Cube finding. Giving Memento their first round and putting them on the scoreboard.
We'll be back soon now. Just gonna call a rehost real quick.
And
Alright.
we are back. So a very good round played there by Memento in the previous round, executing it flawlessly with Dan really not Dan, sorry, my apologies, with Drop Shot really trying to bring it back there with the Maestro in the end, but unfortunately it was very well played by Memento for the post plant there.
Oh, goodness. Okay, that's going to be another rehost. I did mess that one up. Okay, so that one is on me. Sorry, chat. I need to go back and fix that one.
So we're having a rehost of that again?
Yep.
Okay, we are back again. Hopefully that should be the last free host from the admin side. We apologize about that. There was just a small hiccup in with the bands there.
Sorry about that.
Odyssey again looking to go to the bar cocktail lounge. Memento running their same attackers as usual, running a very default lineup here.
So it seems to be a very default attack strategy coming from Memento Mori of pushing the usual top red, opening up piano, and taking whatever they feel like taking from there, or trying to take it at least.
What's interesting to me is that Dropshot has left the Maestro this round.
Attackers need to
Obviously a
locate
small
and
bit of
defuse bomb.
adaptation to their playstyle, I feel there.
Smoke seems to be a little bit lost, standing in the middle of the hallway there.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So immediately default rotates coming out from the castle into freezer and onto bar from cocktail. Bathroom walls reinforced. Top of red
10
reinforced.
seconds to go.
Only one wall in freezer reinforced, surprisingly.
5 seconds remaining.
I believe that's what they did in the previous round as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they had
Attackers'
that wall
objective is to
open
defuse
there.
a bomb.
They did, yes, with a shield inside freezer and on Pixel, but they do not have a shield on Pixel.
So Wamai doing a very late setup. I believe it was his shield on the pixel corner. Oh, but now reinforcing the second freezer wall. Obviously stumbling onto what to reinforce individually there.
Deploying drone.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Tango located. 3rd floor.
Very aggressive shield from the Wamai.
Charger ready. Magnet deployed. Magnet ready.
Ooh, what a peek there.
Launching drone. Contact.
See if he's actually able to use that aggressively as he's planning.
Tango located.
Shield gets taken out.
Drop by Cure. Piano control for Memento Mori, quite assertively as well.
1 minute 40 on the round. Looking very good for Memento.
Passing flashbang.
Ego's pushed into the bathroom. I don't believe Memento are aware of his presence. This could play out very well for him if they don't know that he's there.
Phone deployed.
Only swings and he gets the buck.
No refrag coming out from Dan.
That's unfortunate, leaving Memento in a 4v3 situation.
Great shot from drop
Oh.
shot.
3rd floor.
35 seconds into the clock. Nomad's dropped down in. Bar.
Castle in bathroom, being watched by the IQ. Lands some lovely shots there. Plan is going down by the thermite. Plan will be stuck.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
Ooh, misses the shots nearly on the Nomad. 1v2 situation for Luna here. Has quite a lot of
Attackers need to
information.
protect the diffuser. Position compromised.
Ooh, tagged through the window. Game of Ring of Roses by the looks of it. And the Thermite does get the kill onto the castle in the end. Nice attempt from Luna on the clutch, but Mars shutting him out.
Very decisive round there by Memento Mori. again, looking like Odyssey hasn't quite got the control of the top floor that they would have hoped for. See if they go there again or possibly go down to the bottom floor.
1 second, just some admin stuff happening right now.
Of course.
There we go, sorted. They have opted to go to kitchen service instead.
Again, I think Odyssey has realized they're not as prepared for that top floor holding against Memento, so they're opting to take it to kitchen, get themselves possibly get themselves another round and rethink that top floor defense in the meantime.
Standard
Cashy on
loadout from Memento Mori, as per every bomb site so far.
Cashy on the
Need to
dock,
locate
quite
and
interesting
defuse the
considering that
bombs
for the
as they
previous
can.
rounds he's been running Wamai and Jaeger. Obviously he's feeling he needs to get a bit more range from his gun now.
I do believe the words you're looking for are Le Pique.
Le Pique, yes. Those are the exact, as our server mascot was saying, Le Pique. Looking to be a fairly standard kitchen hold here with the rotate going behind the bakery counter.
10 seconds left.
Jaeger placing how many ADS is there to help with the smoke? Just
5 seconds
one
remaining.
ADS there to cover the smoke. Like the second one behind the
Attackers must
counter.
locate and defuse the bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Oh, okay. 3
Attackers
ADSs there to
recovered
cover the
diffuser.
smoke, which means that smoke they are going to have to burn a lot of. Third one in service entrance.
Device set.
Memento looks to all of them from that be rappelling upstairs, opting to go for a top floor roam clear. But I don't believe there are any roamers up there. No. Looks like Odyssey have opted to go for more of a approach, just hold the bottom floor. So I think she might have spotted someone there. Doesn't land any shots though. Quickly securing the top floor, realizing there's no one there. The drones are looking like they're going to starting their work on the bottom and the middle floor. But again, it doesn't look like Odyssey's got anyone playing there. They've completely given Memento Mori full control of both the top floors and forced themselves. And they're playing completely on the bottom floor. With Buck now starting that vertical plane, Thermite looking to open up the hatch.
Special charge. Stay close.
Bomb
Like what's
located
coming
by
up
attackers.
from doesn't look like they know where any of them. Just as I say that, Skippy gets fragged onto the pass of the dock. Jaeger's rotated all the way upstairs, but they do know he's there. I believe it was the Buck holding the flank watch on off of White Stairs. Picks up the head. There, Dan, and down, Dan, and down Thermite. Ooh. Gets refragged by Buck, leaving them in a 3v3 situation. They've lost their Thermite, so that means they're going to have to go for more of a frag heavy approach now. Marshall goes and
Attackers
collects
have
the
recovered
diffuser.
their diffuser.
Skippy looking, it appears he knows the bandit was playing in that region. They have got the hatch open, so they have got the possibility to drop down into freezer. He sees the bandit, swung, he knows the bandit's sitting on that door. Smoke playing the other side, Legion still playing awkward side, obviously waiting to catch when he reload rotate.
Changing mags.
Start opening up a line of sight. Bandit immediately kills Skippy as he drops down, leaving the 2v2 situation. Smoke gets down,
Ooh,
but just escapes.
2v1.
2v1 situation for Terminator. They know where Terminator is, the lightning comes out. They've got control of the site. They've got Diffuser on site as
10
well.
seconds
Most likely going
remaining.
to go for the plant, but Lunar is on site to give intel. Plant is going
5
down,
seconds to
2
go.
seconds left.
Attackers are
Tua
activating
is
the
watching
bomb diffuser.
watching the rotate. Tua does not spot him out. Holding a cross.
Drone deployed.
Kill the smoke, that's all the intel on the site gone now.
Flashbang out.
Looks like they're holding, they do know he's there, it looks like they're trying to hold a flank watch on him. Holding a crossfire on that door. Peeks through, tries to spot the head of the Buck. Spots it, but Buck swings and gets the heal. Very well played on Memento that round.
I personally feel it was very unnecessary for the smoke to swing to throw that canister.
Yeah,
At-
agreed.
In a 2v2 situation, 3v2, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a 3v2, zero reason to swing there to throw a canister. I do understand that he wants to deny entry through there, but he must know that they can be shot while he's throwing the canister.
100% agreed. We obviously we don't know what would happen, but I can assume that that smoke may have been able to deny them dropping down the hatch if he had stayed alive, or denied the plant later on if he just hung back a bit. Obviously, that's something that Odyssey will have to talk about. Odyssey looking to have a lot of aggression here. The way that drop shot even just pushed up onto the top floor, getting two beautiful frags, so doing well in that regard, but playing with a very aggressive playstyle here.
Attackers need
That
to
really has been a trademark of Odyssey's playstyle throughout this entire tournament. Very aggressive. But
True,
Momentum
true.
Mori seems to have the answers for it.
Memento's just holding those angles and just singling them out. But honestly, coming back to the cafe and fireplace, to reading room and fireplace altogether, apologies for the cafe, and looking to playing the exact same strategy as they played before. Wait, no, pardon, was there the Valkyrie in the first time?
There was not an Valkyrie yet the first time. Well, I'm
So-
trying to check what's causing the stream to be bad because everything is
5
set
seconds remaining.
to the normal.
That's
Attackers
interesting.
must locate and defuse a bomb.
Surveying for hostiles.
Action phase has started. We've got Momentum, we're going back up onto the roof again. All from the same side again. So Memento's obviously decided that this is how they want to be doing their attacks every single time.
Detected. 3rd floor.
Okay, so we have very mixed signals of what's happening with the stream currently. But Jaeger does get the opening frag onto the buck, drop shot with the second frag.
Leaves Dan all alone on the top floor.
Drone up. Tango located. 3rd floor.
Or Dan sees spots up the Valkyrie, kills the Valkyrie. He's in a 3v4 situation, still very winnable here for Odyssey, especially with the intel that Terminator on the pulse is giving them here.
I'm dry.
Knowing exactly where one, possibly two of the players are.
Ooh.
Goes for Nitro. Nitro
Not
misses.
much damage done with the Nitro.
Dan swings, and unfortunately with the ump, that is a very hard gunfight to win.
Some serious drywall work coming up.
Kashi with the late round flank. Will he get the Nomad? Nope, the Nomad sees him first.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. They had no chance the moment that air jab went off. They've opened up the reading site. Jaeger's playing in the closet. Do they know he's there?
Smoke saw the thermite.
Smoke sees the thermite but doesn't get the kill. Looks like the thermite's opening the barricade up with his charge.
Not quite sure what the Smoke's play was there.
I'm sorry, was that Lunar, I believe? I'm sorry there, Smoke, but that was not the play to be standing in that corner, unfortunately. So that takes a score 4-1 to Memento. On what we can fairly be asserted so far throughout this history of Siege, Cafe has been a very defender-sided map. So it hasn't been the greatest start for Odyssey here.
I'm still stumped at what the Smoke was trying to do with his shotgun, staring at the thermite.
I'm not sure, because he also missed the early kill onto the thermite when he had the SMG-11 out. Well, with that unfortunate play there, that leaves 4-2 to Odyssey, to Memento, My apologies. 41 to Memento.
Attackers need to
Odyssey
locate and defuse bombs.
opting to go to the kitchen again. Obviously feeling that they can do the site a bit better. They've put Kashi on the smokes this time, and they've moved Spectre on the Arcade, obviously to try and keep the hatch reinforced there. I'll be quite interested to see how Kashi does on the smoke, considering the entire game he's been playing operators with more ranged guns, but we'll see how he does. Maybe he pulls off some Pengu plays.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
10 seconds to insertion.
Kashi yet to find a kill on the scoreboard this game.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Deploying sensor. The electrical is on. Think of the magnet as your
Okay, trying to find the right spot so he can electrify the hatch and the walls with a single electrical there. Could work very well if you can find the right spot. Jaeger playing on the top floor this time. They are droning. Jaeger does know that they've... I'm assuming Jaeger does know they've opened that hatch and they've dropped in.
drone is ready to go.
Dragon spotted him out, he's rotates. They've missed the rotate. Very, very close there. Drone spots him out, dropping over onto white stairs. They know he's on the white stairs. Buck again, just trying to single him out, trying to force him back, but he's gone all the way downstairs now. That drone is tracking that Jaeger everywhere, not giving him any breathing room. 1 minute 40 on the round, and they've managed to push the Romas back to the bottom floor. But Spectre gets the early frag onto SpongeBob, a brilliant kill there. Through the floor, Louise. That was a beautiful kill by Spectre. And Thermite does get the wall open now. The hatch open, my apologies. Thermite looking for the angle through into Silver. IQ is there, still busy with dealing with electronics on site. This is actually what I like seeing from IQs. I've been seeing a lot of it, not as much during this tournament, but a lot in Pro League and then other tournaments as well, where you end up seeing people picking IQ more just for the gun, that G8, instead of picking her for her utility here. So some great utility work coming out here by QA. 1 minute on the round. They have Dropshot has rotated back up. They don't know he's there. He gets the kill on the Nomad. He knows there's a second one in there. Rotates and trains. They don't know where he's gone. Very well played there by Dropshot to put it on a 3v2, 3v5. My apologies. Dan picks off Dan as he rotates up to try and find him. Dropshot playing up first, leaving them at 2v5. QA gets the refrag. 40 seconds on the clock. They're in a 2v4 situation now, but they have managed to get the freezer wall open, but still have not got a lot of site control. See if there's anything they can do here. Kashi looking to be playing very passive on that smoke. Letting the first smoke canister go out, knowing they have to push from the freezer side now.
15 seconds remaining.
Setting a nest.
QA is in the site. Literally sitting on the bomb, but he gets down by the proning one. My interesting play.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
That was a much better round from Odyssey. If I can be honest there, they actually looked like they had a strategy to go by that round.
It didn't look like it was improvised. They didn't have smoke swinging things anymore. It looked much better than them. But that still leaves Memento 4-2 at the swap on what's frankly can be called a defender-sided map. So we're gonna have to see. Maybe it's different and it's become an attack. And for this match, it's an attacker-sided map. But certainly a very good start for Memento here into this match.
Stream, I would like to apologize. I realize why this is not going very well.
Ah.
Oh no. It's only the one that didn't take. Oh, this hosting is going
Attackers need to
fantastic
locate
for
and
me
defuse
right
as many
now.
bombs as they can.
As you can see, hosting a tournament is very stressful, so we can only apologize for the small little technical details. We are still all new to the hosting tournaments and to casting.
Bomb located by
If you
attackers.
do have any friendly suggestions, please leave it in the chat. Nothing nasty, please. We don't want to try. Yeah, looking like a fairly standard defensive setup here from Memento.
If I remember correctly, there it goes. It is not the standard
10 seconds to go.
strat coming out from Memento.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not what I was expecting there. Choosing to open lines of sight through into piano.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Crashy on the gridlock. So they've got the Nomad and the gridlock obviously to watch flanks, and then with gridlock being able to cover up the sound of the defuse as well if she's live later on. Skippy with being able to give lots of intel on those Valkyries. SpongeBob on the top floor on the Maestro again giving more intel to get that late on. What's interesting here is what we saw from Odyssey is we didn't really see too much presence downstairs when we were on this top floor hold. But with Memento, we're seeing both the Valkyrie and the Jaeger being on a lower roam.
Perimeter defense active.
My question is Valkyrie gonna get the pick?
Enemy spotted. Third floor.
She definitely knows there's someone there. The question is, do they know that she's there? Oh!
They do
she
now.
missed the chance. They do definitely know she's there now. Valkyrie immediately follows her down the staircase, knowing she's there.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
So far, it looks like Odyssey's lost half of their drones, so they've still got a lot of work to do. They've got a player in piano now. One Eye does know they're there, but One Eye gets hit by the HAB, chooses to rotate back down into white hallway.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Martin online.
That's one evil eye down.
At least one evil eye for the post to deny the plant sitting up on the wall there. They have spotted it, so it should be fairly easy for Usopp here to get rid of it. Alpha opens up with a crack onto the Valkyrie that removes their C4 from play. But now they've got someone permanently sitting on those Valk cams. They've got no IQ to spot them, so if they've been placed well, this will give Memento a lot of intel. Hewitt definitely knowing there's someone up by that pillar, just waiting for someone to move.
Babes in position.
Mars still holding the shield on the white
Attackers
corridor.
dropped. Bomb located by
Dan
attackers.
immediately gets a
Attackers
very
recovered
good
the
kill
bomb
onto the
diffuser.
stage through. QF killing the gridlock from pillar, just knowing that she was there. Someday getting a refrag. Ooh, very, very fast-paced action
15
here.
seconds to go.
2v1 situation for Odyssey
And
here.
that gets taken out by drop shot.
Beautiful play
D-
there. One drop shot. Sorry, yes?
I didn't even see drop shot rotate around through white.
He rotated very quickly after they killed Mars. It was almost immediate.
That was a very well coordinated attack
Yes.
throughout majority of the round, we'll say.
It's been looking very different to what we've been seeing from Odyssey in the previous rounds. It looked a lot more coordinated, and maybe they can claw it back here. 4-3. They've definitely got a good shot of being able to bring it back here. Lunar opting to go for the Ash this time. They're still running the gridlock in the Nomad on Odyssey's side.
Seems to
run
be a
reading
very
room.
similar
They've
loadout.
chosen to go without the smoke this time, but they've run for the extra C4 from the mute.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So, if Memento is gonna go with the meta, which they probably will, there they go. Straight up to top floor, lots of utility goes up there, vertical hold.
Placing the mute jammer, opting to place the mute jammer on the wall there to deny the the thermite charge, but I don't believe they are running a thermite.
The only hard breach coming out from Odyssey
10
is the
seconds left before
Habana.
insertion.
Interesting. So that means that realistically they're only
5
going to have
seconds to
one
insertion.
entrance into the site through hard walls. Again, I think that's this aggressive playstyle we've been seeing from Odyssey, that they're opting to go for operators that they feel they've got more fragging ability with. We'll have to see how it pans out in this round. How if Memento can adapt to this aggression that, especially that drop shot was showing in that previous round.
I think the tone for each team has been set on these, or their types of gameplay have been set throughout their defenses. Odyssey
Yeah.
decided to go for the attempt of early picks in the beginning of the game. Memento Mori has just stayed away from windows as much as possible by the looks of it.
Memento's just been playing it a lot safer, not letting Odyssey get those early picks onto them. Just saying to them, "There's nothing's going to be easy here. If you want to kill us, you're going to have to push us. We're not giving you these kills." And it showed with Kashi having 0 kills for that long into the game.
Come on, step on the tracks.
Piano control has been established.
Placing 3 players in piano with Gridlock on red stairs, I believe, from what I can tell by the angle. Looking like she's holding a flank watch. Yeah, playing on the red stairs, holding a flank watch. They still haven't been able to get out of the piano. It looks like they're spinning in piano.
Holding you, Meg.
Using a Hibana charge on the soft hatch. Quite interesting there when they do have Terminator and Lunar with soft reaching
Ooh.
potential.
Odyssey have
They've
one
only-
drone left.
They've got 1 drone left, and I don't think they know QA is here. Oh, if they didn't, they do now. Odyssey having all 5 of their players in piano, 1 minute left on the clock. Okay. So drop shot has dropped down into trains. Terminator's been fragged by QA, they definitely know he's there now. Nomad trying to see if she can find a spot in him, but Q is playing it very safe.
Smoke screen.
Catchy finds a good frag onto Dan. Dan with 1 eye off the board. Mars gets a brilliant shot through 5 though, so he gets refragged by who was that by Luna.
Attackers dropped. Attackers have recovered.
3v3 situation, 20 seconds on the board. Yes. Q8 3v2 situation now.
Seconds left.
3v1 and Memento takes that round.
Complete lockout from Memento Mori there. Odyssey did not gain much control at all. They took over piano quite easily, stood there for about 2 minutes, dropped into train, and the rest of them died there.
They took piano control beautifully, and then from there it just all went downhill. They just couldn't get anywhere else. They were boxed in by the Maestro playing in Cocktail. They had the Jaeger on white stairs, 1 drone, not knowing where anyone is. And it showed QN just being able to walk out of there alive and rotate onto the white stairs after killing Terminator.
6 picking from the fuse onto the Jackal.
This can possibly help if they realize that with the mute player, obviously they're going to be losing a lot of drones, so the Jackal should be able to help with that a bit. But this leaves Odyssey in a 5v3 in a 5-3 score situation. It is still winnable, but they're going to have to work quite hard now, considering that Memento's only one point off of match point. Off of match point.
ADS up and running.
2 hard breaches coming out for Odyssey this round. Reading into the fact that they're going to go
10 seconds to insertion.
kitchen.
They've realized that they're going to have to open a hatch. There's a good chance they need to open the freezer wall, and there's a good chance they'll try and open bakery as well. So with having double hard breaches, it makes it so much easier to do that. It also, I think it's going to help it with, especially with this roam play from Kua, the way he was just able, especially in that previous round, was able to pick them off one by one. It means that if they do lose their one hard breacher, they've still got that ability to get at least one wall open.
Kashi with the opening pick.
I want to Skippy with that.
Where was Skippy?
I believe he was in. No, wait, go back.
The attacker spawned
I
the
believe he's in
Oh,
closet.
in closet.
And
Oh no.
Ooh, that's unfortunate for him there.
He didn't. He was trying to put up his last castle barricade and he got picked off.
That's unfortunate for Skippy there. So that's a very early pick for Odyssey, gives him a 4v5 situation.
Attackers have recovered
We'll
the
have to see how it affects Memento, but it looks like they're still sticking with the strat. They've got Ella still playing upstairs roaming. She hasn't rotated down yet to try and fall into
Ooh.
castle.
Ella
With
Shoddy.
shot done. Interesting. They have droned Ella there, so they do know she's there now, I believe. Cash is trying to play wallbang go through from pillars, but Ella just rotates back out onto white stage. Jackal possibly looking for some footprints here. Now they've got the exact location of that Ella. They're gonna have Ella rotates back all the way up. She's in a bad situation here. I think it would make it worse if you had Blitz and a Lion.
Ooh. Her big brain plays by Ella. They're opening the hatch, fooling Dropshot into thinking that she's gone back down.
The Thatcher coming up behind. SpongeBob in a very bad position here, possibly going to get refragged, wasting a lot of
Oh.
time on the side. Getting a kill even, but getting refragged by Dropshot. But that Ella has left Odyssey with 1 minute left, 4v3 situation. All three players look to be in the vicinity of the spike.
Things are happening really quickly for Odyssey now. Freeze is opening up. Map control has been taken.
35 seconds left on the
by
clock.
attackers.
They're opening up all the walls.
Tossing smoke grenade.
Dan looks to be pinned in that corner, not being able to rotate. Do they know that Jaeger is playing? Oh, Jaeger covered off by the smoke. Do they know he's there? Do they know Jackal pushing to site? Jackal gets immediately fragged by Mars because he's pushing to site.
15 seconds to go.
You need a 3v2 situation for Odyssey there.
10 seconds to go.
Not
they're
good
missing
situation.
Missing a shot into Mars, not a good situation. Kashi gets down. Runs
Operators,
over.
you are out of time.
Very, very well played by the Ella that round.
That was very well done. I do believe this is Memento Mori's map, and then Odyssey has opted to go for. I do believe it's Oregon.
Oregon is their pick, with Cafe as Memento Mori's pick. So Memento obviously did the right pick here.
Give me
obviously,
a moment. I'll tell you exactly now.
but I believe it was Kura on
Yes.
the Ella that round, and it was beautiful. Or sorry, SpongeBob on the Ella that round, and it was a beautiful play by whoever it was there, managing to waste 2 minutes of their time and managing to take a player with the Thatcher out with him.
At the end of the day, only thing that bit Odyssey there was 100% the time management.
Definitely, they
Attackers
weren't
need
able
to
to.
locate
They weren't
and
able to deal with that
defuse
Ella
bombs
quick
if
enough,
they
and
can.
she wasted so much time for them. Meaning that their whole push had to come with the last 20 seconds. So they got forced into that 20-second meta, which as an attacker you really want to avoid as much as possible.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
So map point 8 for Memento Mori on map 1. Map 2 will be Oregon with Memento Mori on defense. If it goes through to map 3, it will be on coastline
Coastline. That
With-
could be an.
10
with
seconds to
Odyssey
go.
on defense.
Personally, I'm hoping that it does
5
go to
seconds
map
remaining.
because Coastline will. It's obviously we know it to be a very frag heavy map. It's a very balanced map, so I think we'll see some great gameplay there on Coastline. And Oregon as well, because on Oregon, it's still a fairly new map to the comp players, so we're gonna have to see how good all the team strats really are there. Ban taking up the position in Cigar, playing very aggressively with that smoke. Does Q know the thermite is there? He does now. Oh, it's so irritating with these outlines. You're just thinking, the fool.
Q are taking some. Oh, sorry, Mars taking damage
Mars.
during prep phase, though, if I am not mistaken.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Grenade comes down, removes smoke from his position. Smoke playing in the cigar shop itself now. The hatch is open in there, so. But do they know he's there? Because if they do know, it could be a very easy frag for them.
Oh, the timing this round!
Dan manages to escape with his life there. Oh, but he gets insta-frag by Kashi, but
Kashi.
not before Kashi is placed on literally 1 HP.
Whew. Rolling in the HP for Kashi, yeah? Thermite opening up the wall already for Piano.
Tackle holding.
Ooh.
Got Piano under control.
Kashi nearly missing out on some shots into the Maestro.
Kashi has to play quite cautiously from now on because it's literally, you can breathe on that Ash and the Ash will be dead. 1 minute left on the clock. I don't think they'll be going to try and reset her. Doing gets the kill on Terminator, taking a 4-4. SpongeBob down on very low health. Actually opting to play the Skylight now to ensure that he's a little bit safer. They've pinched one in this corner again. Drop shot, the timing from drop shot as he looks away, but he does still manage to find Mars there.
I'm reloading.
SpongeBob barely escapes there with his life. Q pushing up the staircase now.
Oh, great shot from drop shot.
Into the 2v3 situation. It's 20 seconds left on the clock. Really swing either way with how low Kashi's health is taking it out to 2v2.
15 seconds remaining. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Skippy kills him and takes him down to a 2v2 drop shot down. Leaves Kashi on 1 health and Memento Mori take the map.
Alright, we will be taking a 5-minute break and we will be back on map 2, which is Oregon. Hope to see you boys there soon. Here we go.
And we're back. For the second round on Oregon now. Well, there's best of 3. Memento taking the early advantage, really capitalizing on Cafe, able to stop Odyssey's very aggressive players, and Odyssey also not looking as structured as what we would have hoped, was what they would have hoped. Memento banning out the Maverick first here.
Jackal has the second ban. So what that tells me about Odyssey is they are looking to play a roam game, where and it's their turn to defend.
Definitely. Well, if anything to go by with it against their Titan flow game is to go by, is that you're going to see Dropshot running around crazily from tower to tower and just being all over the place. And Jackal would obviously be the key to stop that. And the Echo ban going out here. Quite interesting that we didn't really see either of the teams playing Echo on Cafe last game.
Do you think Memento knows something about Odyssey that we're missing? Or do you think it's
Possibly.
just a general strat ban on their behalf?
It could be that, but I'm personally... Ooh, Amaru coming out here. Personally, I really just think it's more... dang it.
Spectre, why the tease, my guy? Why the tease?
Personally, I think it's more of a just a strat thing, because I think they noticed that. Coming on to the Monty. Personally, I think they noticed that they weren't really running the IQ, so obviously it's going to be harder to find those Echo drones. But yeah. Gonna have to see how Spectre does on the Monty here. Could be very, very well... Could work out very well for Odyssey.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Momentum Mori taking a play straight out of Odyssey's book here, as the first round of defense goes to an odd site instead of the defaults.
See, if they think... I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it... If they can get themselves an early advantage here, it means they're guaranteed the next 2 rounds as long as they do it well. Because then they've got more optimal sites to be defending on. We'll have to see how well they can manage here, though.
10 seconds remaining.
The Maestro looks to be playing in dorms.
5 seconds to
No, not the Maestro. Who was that
Attackers
on top
have discovered
of?
the location of a bomb.
Oh, the Smokes. My apologies.
Attackers are
Yes.
heading
my.
out to defuse a bomb.
That is a lot of utility that has gone to the top floor.
Clearly, Memento's got the strat. They think they've got the strat to be able to win the site now. First go. So if you see Shotgun. Smoke still playing on the top floor with that Shotgun. Opening up great lines of sight.
Surveying for hot. Camera ready.
Looks like they're going to be using the Monty for the roam clear, yeah.
Oh no.
Drop shot, give an early frag on the spot as well. Well, I was just sitting here waiting. That's the Maestro off the board.
Oh,
does- oh, and
he
he
does
down
down him,
shot.
but he doesn't know, as points are off.
Very well played. That's the Blackbeard down on low health.
Heartbeat sensor.
Kashi will look to be going for the pickup there. You fall back into the showers. That's going to be quite detrimental to the Blackbeard because that would have been his shield that broken as well. Monty's already looking to be pushing into the side. Releases a smoke.
Seems to be having a bit of a sound bug.
That's an interesting new one. Or it's a suppressor, but I don't think anyone's running a suppressor. Skippy on the 1 HP.
Tango's in sight. First
And we'll have to see what he does. Memento in a 4v,
Device is going down.
thrown up.
4v5 situation here, minute 20 on the clock. And Odyssey's already in the site. But they don't know Skippy is pushed up here. Oh, no, never mind, they find Skippy.
They knew.
They
Come
knew.
on, step on the track.
3v5 situation, Dropshot is still low health, it is still winnable for Memento. They have got the mute in the bathroom, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they definitely know he's there thanks to the Monty spotting him out. Put some damage into Terminator. Not really a huge amount though. Monty just passes in the corner and being pressure. Nitro goes up and Nitro's a miss. Kathy kills Cuba on the Jaeger. He's down in Mars in 2v1 situation. Scratch that, he would just Mars. They know Mars is pinned in the bathroom, there's no way out, and they drop shot wallbang them.
That's
Very well.
That's a good answer from Odyssey.
I think that was Odyssey saying, that was your map, we're here to show you what we can really do now on our map. What's interesting to me is that the Monty wasn't very aggressive, he was just constantly just there to distract and to give intel.
He was just a walking drone. They used him passively to perfection.
I think that round, you could have seen that round go a bit differently if maybe Mute had known Blackbeard had died. Well, had been downed, but that never happened, so we'll have to see.
Ooh.
The clash coming out here. What's interesting is that, if I speak to yes, that Odyssey doesn't have a Zofia. Strategic 6-pick from the Thatcher onto the Thatcher.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Memento
by
will
attackers.
not see that one coming.
Odyssey doesn't have the Zofia here, so it is going to be a bit more difficult to deal with that clash. Obviously, they can disable her shield for about, I believe, 15 seconds.
Oh no, I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, with the Thatcher EMPs, but still, it still would have been a lot more helpful to have the Zofia to deal with her. We'll have to see how well they play. SpongeBob on the Cavs can be quite interesting. I don't believe we've seen any amazing Cav yet.
10 seconds left.
Well, to see what he can pull off there. Maybe he can pull off one of those. Maybe
5
he
seconds
can pick off a roam clear.
Haven't seen
Attackers must locate.
Cav in Complay in a very long time. As in like ever.
You don't really see her in competitive that much. I think one of the notable moments where we did see her, not in this tournament, but if you look at Six Invitational, I believe it was 2018, was it was G2 on the Cav.
Yep, Eunice.
With-
I do believe.
Eunice on the Cav, and that's the only really noticeable moment from the Cav.
Ooh.
Monty pushing up quite aggressively here.
Ooh, he's gonna
Does
look
he
the
know
wrong
the
way.
Cav is there?
He's gonna look the wrong way.
Monty obviously cautious of this roam, but he doesn't know where the Cav is. It looks like Cav when it made those rotates all upstairs just to try and waste their time, considering that she doesn't want to play there. Just to make it look as if there's someone playing up there. Monty being forced up there. Kashi pushing in through the kitchen, same with the Thatcher. 2 minutes left and it looks like they've taken complete control of the middle and top floor, with SpongeBob playing on the freezer staircase. The question is, do they know SpongeBob is there, or is SpongeBob in a position where he can go for a late flank?
This could end terribly for Odyssey.
And the Blackbeard looks to have encountered the clash. Monty coming to help you with shield on shield. Patch is open, that means Cav. Oh, Cav fights drop shot. That shotgun of Cav dealing a huge amount of damage, but the Cav is pinned in that corner, which is bad. To the thermite that has.
Oh,
Catching fine for Cav. The thing works and they've got. Oh! Again!
long angle from
Bomb
Kua.
has been located.
Kua getting double kill through there, leaving it just the Monty on his own in the freezer. Kua getting the triple kill here, leaving it all in a 4v1 situation for Terminator. 45 seconds on the clock, still sitting on that hatch. They do know he's there. This is not looking like a highly winnable situation. To me, what's interesting is Memento, obviously, I think they realize that Odyssey will be doing a lot of this Monty play, and they just shut it down this round. Obviously, Q are playing
15
very well.
seconds
Do
left.
they know Q and do they know Terminator's rotated here while he's hitting the barbed wires? They definitely know.
And bullet hold.
Dan finds him with the bullet holes.
The most cancerous thing in Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Besides drop shots. I think that was a very good. Correct me if you disagree with me, but I feel Memento played that beautifully.
I feel the open freezer strat caught Odyssey off guard into
Yeah.
another dimension. They pushed through there as if nothing was going to happen, and Kua just decided to stomp a denial badge across their forehead.
A beautiful play there by Q. Honestly, it's impressive to me what he pulled off there. That 3K from the same corner even. And the Cav obviously getting a kill onto the Blackbeard, leaving it just Thermite. Leaving it in a very hard situation for Terminator to try and bring back.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
Well,
by
Clash is back, and this time Odyssey have brought the Zofia to counter.
The question is, how aggressive are they going to be with this Clash playing on this top floor now? Obviously taking the dock. It'll be interesting to see if they pull a bit of a G2 thing where they have the dock just sitting behind the Clash's shield and swinging the moment they look at the Clash. So we'll have to see what they do here.
10 seconds remaining.
ATS up and running.
5 seconds left.
Seems to be quite a default setup. Goyo picking up and putting down his shield at the exact same spot.
Obviously trying to position it just slightly better to ensure that the ADS doesn't catch anything that tries to come through, just burning that utility. Tapping the window on Armory but not doing anything with it. With the Odyssey, I believe three of the Odyssey players in the big tower, or pushing big tower. Don't need to open up an attic wall. So, for anyone who's confused as to what Zofia was doing there, it's just to make a bit of noise, make it harder for if there is anyone bandit taking
Stay behind me.
or well, here's the Clash. Okay, the Clash is fun. Oh, this is clever actually. By having the Clash, very good shot there by Dan. But by having the Clash on this ledge, even the Zofia counter doesn't work because the shield, when the shield moves, it's covered. The Monty manages to push smoke back. He does take some. Oh, and he falls down the hatch. That's unfortunate.
SpongeBob is down though.
SpongeBob down on site, I believe. He's picked up by the smoke. He's picked up by the smoke. Q going for a rotate. He might be able to catch the Monty as he tries to rotate back. Ooh, they do know this. They do know Terminator's on the wall there. Terminator obviously trying to pinch the smoke in that corner, but he looks away now. Q has made his way back onto site as well. Reading into the fact that this is a full attic take, honestly. Good nitro there from SpongeBob.
Monty is all alone.
Terminator unable to support, leaves just the Monty on his own. Does smoke, not. And shot comes out, taking out this one off the legs. Leaving Terminator again in another 4v1 situation. Does know Dan is there on the smoke. Dan goes. SpongeBob kills himself with his own shield, and Terminator is able to kill Dan. Leaving it a 2v1 situation with a Clash and a Jaeger.
Needless to say, one of them is a shield that could lead to Terminator's advantage, but at the same time, a disadvantage, but he does not have time.
I'm kind of curious as to what happened to SpongeBob there.
We don't ask questions. We don't ask no questions, hear no lies.
But again, Memento just using that clash to perfection just to slow down that push and get themselves those important frags. Dan getting a beautiful frag from behind the Clash's shield.
Quite disappointed that I didn't get that one on the VOD.
Maybe we can talk to him quickly after the match to find out what happened there.
I think it was just a lovely pixel peek from the left-hand side of Clash's shield in the wall. Not
Yeah.
much that could have been done there.
Drops out during the strategic 6-pick onto the Capital. Odyssey opting not to run the Monty this time, realizing that it hasn't been working.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Memento going back to the kitchen and see if they can pull it off this time.
Well, they are forced onto their third bomb site, as they have won 2 in a row
Yeah.
now.
Hit by attackers.
Let's see if they can win it this time, maybe. See what difference, what changes they make.
Exact same operator choices from them. Seems to be just as much utility going top floor. Not all the peak holes this time around by the looks of it.
Attackers
That could still be set up a little bit later on.
Still 5 seconds left to throw place.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to the key bomb.
There we go. Ooh. A little bit of a late reinforcement coming out from the Maestro.
Not getting punished though. Capital placing the claymore, obviously possibly expecting a run out from that window. A lot of adrenaline coming in here. They definitely know the Maestro's playing in the bathroom.
Looking
Attackers
for
have recovered their diffuser.
Terminator getting that early frag onto the unit in the hallway.
Cash with a nice frag as the thermite.
Getting a good start here for Odyssey. Obviously,
Does Capital know that Jaeger is at the top of White Stairs?
I don't think so, but it appears
Attackers bomb
that they've got no one on site. Drone will confirm that there's no one on site. They may just go for a very quick push.
Oh no.
Smoke it. And they realize Drop obviously rotating down the front. Jaeger finds Terminator though, but he gets immediately refragged.
Oh no! He gets
Oh,
fragged out by
no.
Skippy! Block going down.
Spectre planting behind the cover in the smoke. 3v1 situation for Dan on that smoke, and they find him in the rotate.
Skippy, what was that?
Very unfortunate there from Skippy.
Odyssey will take the refrag and the round.
So what I can tell so far from this match is that so far Memento haven't been able to win without the clash play.
And Odyssey have been unable to win with the Monty.
Yeah.
So, shields are apparently the way to go for these two teams.
Taking a 2-2 split here, looking a lot more like a clash. Both teams again taking the Monty.
Monty
And
and
Clash.
Clash. Seems
Going
that
to laundry and supply room. Probably most likely going to try a similar strat again here from Memento. We're going to have to see if Odyssey are able to, if Odyssey fall for the strat again, will they attempt a different push?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
well, now that they know that the open freezer strat is the way that Memento are going about it, surely they will not just all push down freezer again.
Surely you think so.
Deploying razor wire.
We'll have to
Please do
see.
not prove me wrong now.
We'll have to see, because I think Odyssey are having to adapt their playstyle here, because the aggressiveness that they're just going throughout this tournament just didn't really work
10
against
seconds left.
Memento in Cafe. They just got stopped.
5 seconds to
And then
insertion.
again, I think the Clash played slow. The
Attackers are
Clash
moving out to locate a bomb
play.
and defuse it.
Apologies, my tongue stuck working there. Showed that their aggressiveness just wasn't paying off. All of them pushing into the freezer, and Skippy just getting that. I mean, not Skippy, Q getting that 3K.
Oh, okay.
Bomb has been located.
Looks to be a full.
Quick change in strategy, right? Yeah.
And again, the Clash is there just to waste their time.
Oh no. Wasted bolt immediately.
Attackers
It's a
dropped.
firebolt gone, and
Both firebolts are gone.
Attackers have recovered.
a
their
smoke
diffuser.
bolt. Sofia's lost
Attackers
one of her
dropped the bomb
concussions.
diffuser.
There goes the Thatcher. Thatcher pushes in, they know he's there. Smoke's getting pinched in the corner. He has to go back.
Clash stood no chance whatsoever with two people pushing her that quickly while EMP'd.
Thermite opening the wall. They haven't had time to reinforce that other hole, so that wall's going to stay soft, which means Monty can actually push his way into force his way into the site if he wanted to. A very tight pixel here from Skippy to see if it would pay out for him. Maybe get his first one. No, he's there now. He was taking a lot of damage, not sure from who though.
Ooh.
SpongeBob rotating down the basement stairs, not really too much we can do at the moment. The hatch is reinforced, he's not gonna be able to force on top, he has to get on downstairs. Skipping that early frag and able to pull off to the pixel, I believe. He's still sitting on that level. Odyssey left with 3 drones. They have got a minute and 20 there. I've got time to go. Q is sitting in the freezer, trying to hold them off. And the question is, do they know that SpongeBob has rotated down onto the tower stairs? Monty looks to have pushed into the site and he's just sitting in the closet. Oh, smoke. Q gets down. Dropshot gets down in return. Q gets picked up again. Smoke trying to deal with this Monty, but the Monty's not letting him get away. Oh!
Ooh.
That's unfortunate. Leaving it a 2v3 situation. Q and Skippy both on low health. They know where Skippy. They've just spots out the legs of Skippy. Q, I believe, is still in the freeze. The plant goes down in the corner. They're holding the flank. Q will be able to get the frag. Dropshot gets the kill on the Skippy. It leaves just Q sitting in the laundry.
They know where he is. Not a favorable position for Q. 2 guns
Low.
and a shield.
Low health, they know exactly where he is, and he just keeps getting pushed back by that Monty. Not too much he's gonna be able to do yet.
Pinging the Monty. Just in case Q does not know what's happening. Finish
Kill
it from
through the
Dropshot.
shield. Dropshot holding a tight angle for that shield.
Oh, from blue.
Whew. Unfortunately, there was just no winning that there for QM.
That was a much better push from Odyssey. They actually looked like they were a coordinated team. The Blitz tease coming out here.
Interesting. Oh, the
And
milk.
surely Monty. Surely 6th pick. Surely.
Surely.
There it is.
Surely, there is the Monty.
Down on the smoke.
Memento again opting to go for laundry with this clash. So what we saw in the 2 times they played laundry, the first time it went very well with the clash. The second time they isolated the clash and forced Dan out very quickly and they ended up costing the round. So what are they going to do different with the clash this time to ensure that? So what are they going to do different with the clash now to ensure that she stays alive and that she isn't forced into a situation like what she had last time?
Memento Mori, one of very few teams that I know of in all pro
10
leagues
seconds remaining.
of all regions that actually actively put a cav in a strategy. I presume it's for the impact and the shotgun.
Objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Look, I think what they'd be doing is if Ella still had her impacts like back in the day of incredibly powerful Ella, then maybe they'd be running her instead.
Go again.
Safe bit.
Same push here from Odyssey. Let's see how Memento adapts with this time. Dan killing that early drone. Again, the Wama is basing utility here along with Jaeger
Attackers have
ADSs.
located a
Smoke using one of his canisters very early on in the round here, just trying to delay them and keep that clash alive as long as possible.
2 canisters down, not even a minute into the round. That could be very dangerous.
Barbed wire's gone. Zofia knows Dan is spinning in that corner. It's just a question of how you're going to deal with it.
Make your prayers.
Still unable to burn out all the utility. The Clash has pushed her way out of there. She realizes she's got no hope of surviving.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been
They're all about to collapse. They collapse into Dan. As Dan will chance to escape. He does just escape with his life there. The Capital Fireball coming as well. Clash gets her way out of there as well. But drop shot finds Speedy.
Attackers drop.
And the Clash. Oh, but gets immediately reached back by the Cav.
Attackers
Oh no.
No, that was a tactical impact
Tactical,
nade.
tactical Pokeballs there.
Diffuse
No,
is
but-
not in a favorable position for Odyssey.
Time to move forward.
Ash on very, very low health.
Everyone
Cash
on
is
low health. Everyone on the
Terminating-
attacking side low health.
Terminator being the only player that I feel will have the confidence in terms of HP to really swing and take gunfights.
They do have the overall man advantage. Smoke has no canisters left to fight off this Monty
Attackers
push.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
But flexing up. Oh, unfortunate there. Not the smartest move by Dan pushing there. They've got the diffuser. And now
Attackers
they've got
dropped
all the
the
actions they
diffuser.
need to side. No one wants that side. Clash downs the app. Not Clash.
Bomb has been located.
SpongeBob Mark
Ooh,
Cuba finding
look at that.
Q with the double kill, leaving just the Monty in a 2v1 situation. SpongeBob on the Cav, on the Jaeger. 25 seconds left. He has got diffuser, but he's going to have to kill at least one of them before he can start planting. He does know where Cav's flanking behind him, but doesn't hear the sound.
15 seconds to go.
Cav flanks behind him.
Good round from Memento Mori there. Looked a whole lot more solid than they did the previous time around.
I think previous round they got very caught off guard by Odyssey pushing through the blue bunker there. But looking to have adapted quite well, Dan actually getting himself out of there to waste some time. Not the smartest move by him to try and push past the Monty to deal with the Thermite.
The repeak on the Thermite, I feel, was a calculated risk, as he ended up being just the gun, as he used his
Yeah.
smoke canister so early on in the round. But the
Yeah.
issue with that was the Monty is a live vocal drone that you have to run around. You can't just run over. Giving
It's
the
not like
Thermite,
you-
it gave the Thermite every advantage to win that.
Yeah, we do know that we've both played comp games. We know that there is player pressure there, and
Protect your
unfortunately
bombs
decisions
from
like that do
being
get
used
made.
by
sometimes.
attackers.
But still, Memento taking it out, evening out on 3-3 for the swap here as Odyssey goes to the defense. This game as a whole looking a whole lot closer than what the previous map did.
Will Odyssey be able to take it through to map 3 of Coastline? Or will Memento Mori lock it out and take their spot in the playoffs?
I believe if Odyssey doesn't manage to win this match, there is still the loser bracket still, I believe.
There is the loser bracket, but that is not a favorable position
Yeah.
for any team.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must
Not
locate and defuse
opting
the
to
bomb.
electrify the
The
wall.
main wall. Obviously, I think the reasoning behind that is that wall, it's so many ways that you can deal with it. Thatcher is in play, they've got the IQ as well, you can deal with it from below. And... oh, Dan takes early damage but managed to find drop shot on the spawn peak. From where was that?
I do believe it was small tower.
Oh,
Correct.
was that through the door? Was through the door? Ooh.
Dan seems quite surprised by his own antics. Thatcher's on the board, so there's no point in. Oh, he's going for the full bandit trick.
Attackers have located a bomb.
That can be risky considering that there is a Zofia in play. You can go below.
A bomb has been
Oh, and he just catches it there.
Now that they're aware that bandit's there, only one thermite charge left.
We're gonna have to make sure they do this well. Capital, they're playing below, trying to make as much noise as we can.
Oh
Bandit
no!
realizes he's not
Okay,
getting that. Yeah.
well played
Balls
by
up.
the Capital. Spectre with a flank on him.
4v4 here. Attic wall is open. 1 minute 40 left. Not too bad. They thought the early pick onto the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie's now constantly giving them cams.
Oh, the refrag.
Kashi killing Dan with the immediate refrag from Skippy onto Kashi. 3v3 now. 1 minute 20 on the clock.
A lot of HP gone from Cuba there, and he is taken out by Spectre. Thatcher's still on the upside down rappel outside of bed, very low HP.
Mars manages to refrag onto Luna, leaving in a 2v2 situation. 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock. They do know the bandit is in dorms, but do they know where the Jaeger is? Jaeger definitely knows there's someone on the field.
Oh no. Poor communication, or poor rotate from the Jaeger there.
Not a very smart rotate from him. He should have known there was someone on that window. He had the bandit in there.
dropped into
Oh no,
Oh, but Bandit
Diffuser
finds-
is down.
Does Bandit know he's down though?
No. Oh, he does?
He does. Bandit realizing
No
that Thatcher's in there
C4.
with him. No C4, he's possibly going to try and wait out the revive.
Ooh,
Ooh,
this
missed
is
times it.
stressful situations for the
Attackers
bandit.
recovered the bomb. Attackers have
Gets the
dropped
first
bomb.
frag. Will Thatcher be able to get the refrag? Both.
Attackers
Thatcher is on
recovered their
very low
defense.
HP.
15
And the
seconds
bandit runs
remaining.
away. Smart move here. Forcing a Thatcher.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds. If it reaches, he will be stuck at in the planting action. Not for very long though.
Bandit knows he's committed to the plant.
Oh, and Bandit gets the clutch. Well done, Terminator.
On the diffuser. Attackers need to protect it.
Very, very well played there by Terminator to deal with that 2v1 situation.
Defenders
Giving Odyssey their
disabled the
first
diffuser.
defensive round.
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Beautifully played there by the bandits. Odyssey looking to go to the basement here. Where? Running the Goyo from the Terminator.
Ooh, what
Actually,
is
6 picking off the Maestro.
onto the Wamai? Pretty much the exact same loadout from Memento Mori on the attack, looking to keep it standardized.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now the question to me is, how effective is the Goyo going to be here? We obviously didn't see Memento play the Goyo at all. So we're going to have to see what we did, sorry, and we did see it, and we saw Skippy blow himself up with his own shield.
That was on the top floor defense though. Odyssey already changing up heavily from Memento Mori, closing up Freezer. Castle, you good, G?
Is
10 seconds
Castle
remaining.
running a bulletproof? No. What is?
He's trying to throw his sound device into his proximity alarm.
Wasting a lot of time, and only getting his first Castle barricade now. Valkyrie coming up to the top floor,
bomb
looking
has
to
been
waste some
located.
time, possibly get an early pick here from the drop shot. If I may say, going 9 for 4, playing beautifully in
Ooh.
both of these games. He spots out the Thatcher,
Thatch?
but doesn't commit to the gunfight.
Bomb located by attackers.
Tagging up 2 members of Memento Mori, Kua for 50, Skippy for about
10,
30.
20. Again, going just constantly trying to
Just
make them
peeking
nervous.
everything.
He's just trying to make them nervous, not knowing where he's gonna peek from. Do you think maybe if he was Jaeger, he would have been able to kill Kyo just with a bit more damage?
Oh no, Kashi with a bullet hole peek into blue.
Onto Skippy. That's the stature of the board, but it doesn't matter. They've got the main wall open already. 4v5 situation, 2 minutes on the clock. Dropshot is still roaming by the main stage side. They've spotted the Jaeger on the roam as well. Momentum got a player on.
Momentum
Player
Mori
on
is
towers
opting to leave all the roamers be and just push site directly.
I feel calculated risk. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to see
they
if they
know that
can
they're through?
push. They're through into pillars, taking control of pillars.
Kashi with another cheeky peek. Spectre with a flank.
Mars gets the refrag onto Kashi.
Ooh, the
He was
flames
dead.
are
Mars
up.
and
Mars is
Dan in a-
extremely low. Position known.
Mars-
Dies to C4. Oh, shoots out
Ooh.
the C4 rather.
He's on C4. 1 HP, Dan at about 40. Mars does attempt to plant, but Dan gets killed out, and Dropshot gets the frag off Mars. A very, very decisive round there, right, honestly.
Kashi with 2 extremely faulty frags through bullet holes and punch holes, prone on the floor. Snaking around Momentum Mori, yeah? This is starting to look very similar to a Cafe, purely
Yeah.
reversed though.
We'll have to see if Momentum Mori has any answer to this sudden boost in form of Odyssey here, but Odyssey looking a lot stronger and a lot more organized than what they did on Cafe. Dropshot again and Kashi looking like they're having a great game. If you just pull up a scoreboard for a second.
Wrong button.
Yeah, Dropshot and Kashi really pulling their weight here. Luna yet to find a kill 8 rounds in though. Have to
Seems
see
to
what
be
he can
struggling
do.
a little bit.
See what he can do here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I think Memento are going to be feeling the pressure a little bit now, considering that it's 1 round off of match point for Odyssey. But honestly, I think Memento just wants to win this as quick as possible. Well, wants to get as many wins here as possible.
Very different strat coming out from Odyssey compared to Momentum Mori.
Also, very different operator lineup. If we look at Kashi's swap of more frag heavy onto the castle, who doesn't quite have that same fragging potential.
Deploying shield.
Shield being placed in attic, looking to possibly hold the stop floor quite aggressively from here though.
Quick throw.
But it appears Memento are aware that there are players up here.
Camera in position.
And
Oh,
are
no.
opting to go through it. Oh dear.
Odyssey's
I do
not
believe-
making any friends with all their bullet holes.
Oh, the Zothian pushes in, but they Dropshot chooses not to go for the fight. Attic door gets opened up. That's 1 thermite charge off the board, but now they've forced Ella out of attic and into dorms.
But that doesn't help much as she can still cause a lot of havoc against these people as sight is below.
Skippy gets the early kill and gets the kill onto Kashi. That's the
Attackers have located a
ump
bomb.
of and thermite castle, I believe, off the board.
Spectre with a really...
Skippy gets down.
There's a lot happening.
Dan kills Terminator, leaving it a 3v4 situation in favor of Memento Mori. 1 minute 20 seconds on the clock. Dropshot has rotated downstairs, it looks like. Jaeger, the Jaeger Spectre being on very low health, but looking to try and pull off a flank up the main stairs here possibly. Dropshot finds Dan. winning against the rivalry, leaving it a 3v3 here. All the players of Memento are upstairs. Odyssey definitely knows this. Mute
Luna
escaping with his
came.
life there as Mars misses his shots. Capital using a fireball to try and force him to move back. Smoke on the other side. Drop shot pushing in. Oh, and Memento clean up.
Collapse.
In the space of about a second there, just finishes off Odyssey. Ooh, good reload. Very badly timed reload there, but still getting the kill.
Collapse from Memento Mori, clutching out the round instantaneously from them there.
Looking like Memento has adapted a little bit to what Odyssey's been doing on the defense here, but we'll have to see because obviously those aren't optimal sites.
Now,
Odyssey going back to the top floor here, where it was it wasn't as decisive. We saw Terminator pull off a 1v2 clutch.
if Odyssey manages to win this round, they will be on match point with their most decisive defensive win objective open for them. If they lose this, it will be 5-5, but Laundry will be open for them.
Laundry will still be open for them, which means there's a good chance they could get this onto the match
Defenders,
point in the
protect
next
your
couple
bombs
rounds.
from being defused by attackers.
Memento Mori looked extremely solid on that attack.
Running the Goyo on the top floor here.
Where's
Drop
the
shot
other
quite
one?
interestingly, going
10
off
seconds
of the Valkyrie that he's been playing quite well on recently.
5 seconds remaining.
Cashy looking like he
Attackers
might be going
objective
for
is
a
to
bullet
locate
hole
a bomb
spawn
and
peek
defuse
here.
it.
See if it catches any of them off guard. He decides to abandon it.
Attackers drop the diffuser. Attackers
He rotates
recover the
immediately
diffuser.
back up the main stairs. Capital's already on this fight window, so quick work from Memento to start positioning their players here, and it looks like they're going to go for a bait and take. They've got no presence by the big tower.
Bomb located by attackers. A bomb has been located.
And it kicks the ball there. Use him with one thermite charge.
Jaeger looking to flank Big Tower. Little does he know, there's no one up there. Ooh.
Throwing magnet. Defense is ready. Tossing EMP grenade.
Looking for the long cross map angle.
Charge. Be clear.
Drop shot getting frag onto SpongeBob. 1 minute 30 left. Jaeger's in the big tower, looking to possibly get a kill onto the main stairs there, but they do know he's there.
I need to reload.
Getting killed with the egg bolt. Hard angle to challenge against him.
Oh, drop shot with a lovely kill from below.
On to Dan. They do know the drop shot's below now.
As he rotates up wide stairs. Thatcher trying to go for the cutoff, but he is way too late on that one.
Getting projectile.
Under 1 minute left. It's a 3v3 situation, still winnable for Memento here.
Elite in place.
Quickly finds drop shot with a tight angle there. Oh, narrowly misses out on the head of Cashy. 3v1 situation.
1v1. As Mars
1v1
is down.
Mars does know where Luna is. Uses his entire magazine though. Looks like he might be trying to rotate for the pickup.
Goes for the pickup.
He is. Question is, does he know? He does know. Luna does know that he's gone for the pickup. Goes for the rotate.
15 seconds left.
Thatcher has. Ooh.
10 seconds left.
Thatcher pushes up White Stacy. Might catch Luna off guard here.
5 seconds remaining.
Does. 3 seconds left. Then one goes to the plant. Luna just has to deny it. Oh.
Luna with the 1v2 clutch.
Again, Odyssey with the 1v2 clutch on the top floor here. For some reason, they just aren't losing these 1v2s, 1v3s on the top floor.
So, for those of you who were wondering why Mars would have gotten off the plant, was he would have been stuck in the planting animation, completely helpless to what Luna decides to do if he's aware that he is planting, for at least 7 seconds. And as the clock was basically on 0-0, he would have been anytime dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that was just a bit of a... It was just unfortunate that they ran out of time there for Memento. Well, that's the way they'll be seeing it. And Odyssey will be praising Luna for that play there.
Odyssey does take it onto map point.
Pointing out that Luna's finally made it onto the scoreboard.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And it is kind of impressive that Luna managed to play that well, because anyone who just played Siege enough will know that when you're ripping a donut like that for a long time, over a long period, you do start to lose confidence. And it's good that he's able to keep his confidence, keep his cool, and still play well there.
Memento Mori couldn't have asked for anyone else to be in that 1v2 situation from Odyssey's side, so very well played to Luna with a clutch, taking their team to map point, and to try keep this series alive.
Now Odyssey on
seconds left.
the side that it looked like it was their most decisive victory on. So we're gonna have to see what Memento can pull out of the bag here to try and counter Odyssey's brilliant play here. Terminator on the Goyo this time, drop shot back on the Valkyrie. But drop shot not being as aggro on the Valkyrie this time, it looks like playing a more slightly towards side.
As you say
No,
that,
never mind.
there we go.
As I say that, he
Bomb has
rotates
been
out.
located.
Spectre as well in the roam. Memento
Dang.
Mori seems to be the full blue push.
Bomb located by attackers.
With Goyo playing in blue. They did drone him there, they do know Goyo has the sound sense to know that they're pushing up.
Oh, double C4!
A
Great
beautiful
play.
Beautiful play there by Terminator.
Optic to reinforce the wall, gets away with it as well.
Skippy being put down to just below half health. This is not looking good for Memento. 2 minutes left and they're really 3v5. One player on half health. Terminator being very aggressive here.
Oh, great shot from
Oh.
Terminator.
Great shot from Skippy there.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Leaving it all in the 4v1 here. Q1 mainstays.
Magic going out.
Great play, but we're going to see what we can do here because it's not looking very winnable, and it isn't.
Drop
Odyssey
shot
takes
with
them.
the quick peek deagle kill.
Very, very well played here by Odyssey, looking a lot more.
That is Odyssey win. Therefore, we go through to map 3 on Coastline. We'll be
This-
back in about 5 minutes.
This is shaped up to be a very good game.
Alright, map 3.
Map 3, going up to coastline with the tiebreaker here. Hopefully we see some more great action like we've been seeing in the past 2 games. Memento attacking first on coastline. Obviously this is a bit more of a balanced map, so we have to see what they pull out here.
I would
Obviously
not call
banning
this
the
map
Mont.
banal. This map balanced. This is a very attacker-sided map with lots of
Yeah.
outside to inside action, lots of angles for attackers to peek from.
Quite interesting that Honesty would ban the Monty, considering that they were the ones that was playing him in the previous rounds.
Well, they did ban him on Cafe as well.
Memento Mori going for a fairly standard Thatcher ban. Trying to see what they do with the defensive here, possibly banning the Goya. Mirror ban. So Memento going for fairly standard bans here. And honestly banning the mute. Moot.
Not quite sure that's how it's spelled, but alright, Kashi.
Moot. Sounds like a cow version of Pengu.
Oh wow, okay. That was a cringy moment right there. Thank you for that one.
I'll be here all night. RX play coming from Kashi here. Have to see what he pulls out in the bag with that.
The 6th pick is what he will do. Yes, Oryx would be allowed.
RX is allowed. But 6 picking onto the Vigil just in case.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
The first time we've really seen any echo play from these teams. So to see how long that sticks around. Skippy obviously on the IQ should be able to deal with those yokais fairly easily if Luna doesn't go and place them in really good spots.
Odyssey bringing out quite a lot of intel operators in the Echo and the Valkyrie.
5 seconds
2
to go.
plant denials, again being the Echo, and
And the smoke.
this time the
Attackers are
smoke.
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
No, forgetting as well, there's Alpha on that Vigil.
Defender has left the area of
Does have a lot
operation.
of drone denial in the sense of they're not going to be able to pick him up, figure out exactly
Defender
where he
is
is.
approaching a kill zone.
Dropshot looking for an early run out there, but
Bomb
decides
located
against
by
it.
attackers.
Finds a bullet hole here, but he does miss the, I believe the Ying as she ran past. No, the Buck, my apologies. Skippy with the early kill here onto the Jaeger Spectre,
A bomb has been located.
but Echo looking to be trying to get a drop shot here with the bullet holes into the office, waiting for that button maybe to rotate it. Oh, drone spots him out and he rotates out. Rotates into blue bar. Don't know he's rotating. Oh, drop shot doesn't see the IQ, but the IQ does miss the shots, but she does down him in the air. The Cassie does hit it down. Onto Skippy. Possibly saving the life of drop shot.
No need to worry.
Impact.
The Cassie there, but drop shot has been picked up again, leaving us in drop shot doesn't kill him. SpongeBob. It's a really poor situation for Memento. 1 minute 30 left, and they still haven't gotten any top floor control. Sophia is rotating up to Aqua now to try and get some control there, it looks like. Never mind. Drone coming out now, trying to find that Vigil. Drop shot's still on cool vibes in the cams. You'll know the moments in the front pushing most likely. Do you know Dan is in Aqua now? Vigil's still holding that buck in there. Vigil peeks in, Buck gets the kill, leaving it 3v3 now, 50 seconds left. Dan is trying to get some control here. Possibly hoping to maybe kill one of the players on the site there. Buck still
is
doing
very
vertical
close.
control, forcing the smoke out of pink bar.
Located. Second floor.
They're pushing up pool upstairs. Here comes the Yings. Let's see what Memento can do with this. 20 seconds left. Oh, that did not work. That did not work either.
Oh no, the smoke fell through the floor. Lots of damage coming out onto the Ying. Down.
Diffuser had been
Ying
dropped.
down. The Ying play did not work there. Starting with the Candelas, that just got
Operators,
thrown in the
you are
wrong
out of
play.
time.
That just didn't roll through properly. And obviously they can win. A very close round there.
Honestly, take it by time.
That round was a lot less decisive than the previous rounds we've seen. It looked like at any moment it could just swing either way. Either team just got a quick kill.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Second side being Kitchen Trophy.
Attackers are
Oh,
constructing
Kitchen
the
Trophy,
location
yeah,
of the
me now. Kitchen Service Entrance, sorry.
Trophy, that's not even a...
That's a new one.
So that's a whole new...
Anyway, moving on from that beautiful blunder,
Wouldn't you know that you used to play comp for a while, eh?
you would not believe it.
5 seconds left.
If I said.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Valkyrie with exterior cameras.
He's trying to get that early income when we're pushing. Honestly, opting not to reinforce those two kitchen walls rather than leaving them with peak holes from the top being able to shoot so that anyone who's on by luggage can shoot through the kitchen window. Dan getting early control of blue bar. Yeah.
Well, office.
Office, yes. Trying to get that early control of blue. Spots the bullet holes. Knows that there's most likely someone playing in Sunrise. Candela goes out. Cassie's completely white, but looks like he's gonna escape with it.
Bullet hole coming back from Skippy.
Drop shot still playing in VIP and you still got Jaeger in luggage. Question is what's gonna happen here? It looks like they don't. It looks like Memento doesn't realize that Skippy's in luggage. That Terminator's still in luggage.
Looks to be a site execute.
They're pushing site and trying to ignore these rumors, but that might come back to bite them. Oh, sorry, I mean Spectre on the Valkyrie, not drop shot. My apologies. Skippy getting the Valkyrie killed. Drop shot getting fraggled Dan. The Ying has pushed him, but she gets killed.
Oh,
Maverick
Maverick going
planting.
for the plant.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Gets down, banded down, gets a double kill there, leaving Skippy in a 1v3 here. Jaeger doesn't know where Skippy is, he's behind him. Skippy misses the shots of the Skippy. Skippy does get the final frag.
Not gonna lie, that was a
Get fragged up.
bit of a scuff kill if I've ever seen one.
Hmm.
But nonetheless, he did the job. Clutching out the round. Well, not clutching, sealing out the round for Odyssey.
very interesting that they chose to just ignore the roamers there. Obviously, finally finding Luna on the Inspector on the Valkyrie, but still, it's a very interesting tactic there.
Not much of a guessing game where Odyssey will be going for Memento Mori, yeah? As Penthouse Theatre is almost undefendable.
In the current meta, definitely. I'm still waiting for the day just to see a team take Penthouse and actually just decisively win that.
It happened.
ATS deployed and ready to go.
In this tournament.
Not in this tournament, but it does happen in EU.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yes,
But it's always got to be a pocket strat. Otherwise, as soon as the attackers know where you are, there's just way too much utility to just flush you out of angles and into another site.
I think Cali could just make that site just becomes unplayable if you have a Cali just sitting on the main window.
10 seconds left.
Well, anyway, we're here with the blue bar
5
defense.
seconds to insertion.
It's looking like they've possibly got someone playing in default corner there, which I like to call Pengu corner. But they've got the shield there in the ADS, but no one's actually sitting there yet.
Mag is ready. Let them go.
So you see exactly what happens there. The Kashi on the Goya.
Memento Mori set for a south side take, yeah?
It looks like both the Goyo shields are in Sunrise, so they're not going to be very useful here to help them. Dan gets the early frag onto the 1 of Terminator. That's a lot of utility off the board, and a great gun off the board. They do know the castle is in Sunrise. They don't know who else is there. They've got themselves early office control and they're busy droning. Looks like they've got a drone going through security to make sure there's no early flank coming in from there. Cashing some frag on Mars. That's the Ying form out of the play, but Luna gets refragged by Dan.
Bomb located by attackers.
Dan then killing Kashi, leaving a drop shot and Spectre in a 2v1 here. Drop shot using that ump, not optimal. They do know Spectre's gone for the flank. Spots the Claymore. But they do know he's there. They're not gonna, surely they won't be stupid enough. Or they're not making a mistake.
Dan with a quad.
Dan having a very good round here. Leaving drop shot all on his own with just the ump. They do know where he is thanks to the live ping that just came out. Or maybe they're not. Make sure they. Drop shot does find the feet of Dan, but Dan is with a slither of health. Drop shot does manage to find Queen. QM, my apologies. Left in the 3v1 situation, yeah. Not looking good.
And Dan the man with the ace against Odyssey.
Very well played by Dan there. Which brings Dan celebrating a little bit there. Getting momentum already on the scoreboard. But very well played by Dan there. Just getting those frags. And just ensuring that Odyssey weren't able, as a whole, Memento just made that they couldn't keep control of Blue Bar.
Odyssey all opted to peek Dan, and Dan shut them down one by one. Time and time again, Odyssey just peek Dan and die.
Dan.
Le peek,
Attackers need to
Let
locate
die.
die.
these bombs.
New feed active.
Back up to Hooker Billiards room for Odyssey.
Camera feed up and running.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Memento again taking the Ying, so obviously we're gonna have to see. Memento aren't really swapping their playstyle here, they're keeping the same ideas, same strats. We're gonna have to see if the Ying works out a bit better for them this time than it did last time.
10 seconds to insertion. seconds to insertion. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Cash is sitting in the corner by Sunrise. They don't. I do believe they know he's there. With the Maverick holding that, it looks like they know he's there. And he gets insta kill, and that's the pulse off the board, which means the nitro. That's a nitro gone and a lot of intel gone. But Dropshot does manage to get the kill into Skippy, so again, refrag. Dropshot very aggressive with the nitro here, but the nitro does
By
miss.
attackers.
He does know he's there now. Oh,
Almost a spray through the wall.
this is the Maverick by the hair on his chin.
Reloading.
Oh, that's a bit of a
Very-
late reinforcement.
Very late reinforcement here. They aren't able to force that Legion out though. Dan taking a lot of damage. Legion getting very aggressive here.
Defenders left the
And he
area
downed
of
him.
operation.
Down
He seems to
Dan.
be aware of it.
Not looking as good of a situation here for Memento now. 4v3 situation. They've lost Dan. They have still got the Ying though, which is a bit of a secret weapon for them. And they do know where Terminator is sitting. It could be a free frag.
Playing this very patiently.
He knows that as long as he's there, he's wasting his time. The flash comes up, but it doesn't blind him. Second one does though, and he gets killed by Queen.
Cure.
Kua. My apologies. Kua, I'm sorry if you watch this later on and I butchered your name.
Maybe I'm butchering his name.
What if we're both just butchering his name? Everything seems to have taken a bit of a slower pace now. Buck's still doing a bit of that vertical control. Ying, vertical play. Ying looks to be droning. Not sure where Maverick is trying to possibly get a nade kill onto the person playing by base. Do know that Legion's playing on billiards.
He is down. Finishes
He's down.
off.
SpongeBob takes a lot of damage to return and sticks to good line. We could possibly see the Ying working out quite well from here with the smoke nades.
Some more bullet holes coming out from Titan Odyssey.
Throwing frag.
Again, drops her with these bullet holes. Oh! Tries but doesn't get the kill. He has no nitro, so he can't do this from below. So the question is, where is he trying to rotate? Possibly to shoot up default plant?
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
And he just shoots from below. Realizing that, Buck has rotated out with a call from his teammate most likely.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
15 seconds left on the clock.
He drops down to try and
Plant
find
is
him. but
going down.
The plant's going down. There's no cover to protect him.
Attackers dropped the
Echo
diffuser.
drone, and he gets swung by drop shot. 7 seconds left.
5 seconds left.
Buck is on the other side of the map. Pushing full vibes. They know he's there because there's a Legion mine. And he gets killed.
Very well played by Luna and Dropshot to clutch it out. Yet another
Very-
round for Titan Odyssey.
It's quite interesting that at about the halfway mark in that round, it could have really swung either way. And it looked like it was going to swing the way of Memento by when they killed the Legion, but Dropshot managing to kill the Ying, and then the Echo just they deny the plant and Dropshot swing. It's beautiful plays, beautiful orchestration there, and synergy there by Odyssey, just able to bring it back.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Honestly, opting to go back to the kitchen now and see if Memento can do it a bit better this time around.
Memento Mori with the exact same setup or lineup on their attack as they have had every round.
I feel like Memento, they've got with their attacks, they've got a set lineup and what they're feeling, and they just don't want to change it.
Well, with the lineup that they are bringing, it does bring them quite a lot of utility, quite a lot of soft breach, and on Coastline you don't need much of a hard breach, which Maverick can do.
5 seconds to go.
Of course, yeah.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
New camera feed up and running.
Honestly, you got 3 players on site. Got the band playing here, so that means it looks like they've only got 1 player upstairs at the moment. Again, Bandit opting not to go for the run out there.
Well, he did get spotted by a drone as he started going for it.
Launching drone.
Drowning Sunrise, as soon as you're going to
Attackers have
realize the
located a
Sunrise
bomb.
clear, there's a good chance that I have a feeling they're going to push straight into Sunrise once they realize it's clear.
Drone deployed.
But they have still got the Valkyrie upstairs that they need to deal with, the Spectre. And Bandit playing in security, Jaeger playing on the main stairs. Rotating into theater. They do know he's there though, thanks to that drone most likely.
No, the drone was on first floor. Yeah,
Oh,
covered the
on
drone
first
on
floor.
second floor.
It looks like they don't know the Jaeger's there because they are rotating
They
other way
will be
around.
aware of the Jaeger now, as the flank cam is there.
It's like
Will
I
it
think
be
the flank-
active though?
it's possible the flank cam may have missed him.
Torch out.
Valkyrie looking like she's doing some punch holes and bullet holes in Overwatch Theater. Dan aware of the bandit's presence there, watching security door.
Swapping mags.
Didn't know Jaeger was there, they are certainly aware of him being there now. That was a Nitro that went out there, I believe.
Reloading.
Drops like a ceiling. Gets a good frag onto the
Attackers
ban.
bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Terminator kills SpongeBob. Being a
Attackers will
3v5
cover the bomb
situation,
diffuser.
1 minute 10 seconds left. Ying is still up, Buck is still up. Ying takes a lot of damage now.
Lights on.
Was the frag onto Luna.
Ying
Check
hops
in the
into the
refresh.
kitchen window.
Whoa! Major collapse from Odyssey onto Memento there.
Again, the Ying just not looking to be the play here for Memento. The Ying just really isn't looking to work out for them. Yeah.
Ying ending up blinding her own teammates during the final push onto objective. Not exactly the best play. But in all fairness, even if they weren't blind, Odyssey had
still-
so many angles onto Memento.
Rehost.
Rehost has been called. It was before the timer, so rehost. We'll be right back, stream.
Damn, Daniel.
Alright.
We are back.
Round 6, part 4, season 3, by the looks of it. Thank you to our friend Alpha Kashi in the game here.
Again, Memento opting for the same lineup. So we're gonna have to see what happens during the rehearse. Maybe Memento comes back to resurgent force after having like a quick pep talk with the team there. We'll have to see. Kashi on the dock that we haven't really seen since.
No, we've seen it a lot.
Yeah, sorry, my apologies. Yeah,
He's been playing the dock on kitchen
Yes,
service
yeah.
entrance. Let's get that right this time around.
No trophy this time.
No trophy this time, sorry.
But what's interesting is they are going to Blue Bar now, which is the one site that Dan did manage to ace on. So we'll
Attackers
see.
need to
We'll have to
locate
see
and
if
defuse the
Dan
city
can
bombs
maybe
if they
repeat that
can.
feat or what happens again.
Bomb located by attackers.
Possibly Odyssey can hold it better, or if this is maybe the return of Memento before. This is also the last round before the swap, so this is Memento's last time to get an attacking point on the board.
Barbed wire going up.
10 seconds left.
Opting to completely open up a rotate into kitchen there.
5 seconds left before
Quite an interesting play from the castle, yeah.
Think of the mechanism.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Memento again opting for the same push they used last time, looking like they're gonna go try and push through office, try and take that blue bar control. No presence on the top. Oh wait, no, never mind.
No,
Wamai
no.
has some presence on the top floor now, but he's looking to be playing.
Nope, back down he goes. Dock down and eliminated by Dan again.
Dan is having a lot of confidence on this side apparently. But they have taken control of meeting already. Looks like they're establishing the flank drone into. They might also be droning the main side itself to see what presence they have. My question is, do they have a flank drone watching that security flank? Maybe not. QA getting the frag onto Terminator, making that Dan can't ace this time, but I don't think Dan will be complaining. Buck upstairs now doing a bit of this vertical plan. Dan with a kill expected, living in a 5v2 situation here for Odyssey. Minute 30 left, this is looking very good for Memento. They know exactly where the smoke is playing thanks to the drone. Dan takes a lot of damage here. Two kills, drop shot.
Attackers activating diffuser.
So leaves just Luna in the 1v1 as the smoke plant is down, 42 seconds remaining. Takes a lot of damage and he gets killed in the crossfire.
Too many angles. Vertical, outside blue bar. Both the rotate and the door from office.
There was nothing he could do. It. Memento just played that perfectly. From the second that Dan killed the Docker, then they just played perfectly. So I have to see, is this the start of Memento's comeback, or is Odyssey just going to wipe it out clean now? Lion play coming out here from Kashi.
Ooh, it's
Obviously.
even been confirmed in.
Found.
Penthouse Theatre coming out from Memento Mori. Let's see
Just
if they can make it viable.
It's almost as if they were watching the
Attackers need
stream and listening
locate
to
and
us.
defuse bombs.
Yes, we got. Let's see what they can pull out of Penthouse here. They definitely, I think they're gonna catch Odyssey off guard with Penthouse.
New feed active.
Bringing quite a few shields. 4 of them to be precise, including Goyo's
2.
Vulcan shields. That's the word.
What's quite interesting though is there is no nitrocell on the board then. So that means everything's going to have to be won through gunfights here.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
So to see what Memento does here, if this was a wrong decision though, then it's going to have huge impacts and it's going to put Odyssey one round off from match point.
This is exactly the strat I was talking about that they did in the EU.
Yeah. That copy of it. See what happens here. Capital looking like he's going for an early repel onto the main window. First line scan coming out already. Not really sure what the purpose of that one was. But the Lion looks like he has taken kitchen control already.
Memento Mori opting to have no roamers.
All sitting very hot anchor here. Jaeger being very safe between those two shields.
A bomb has been
Which
located.
is the thing of, can he win his gunfights? Which so far, Q has shown that he's got great gunfight capability on that Jaeger.
Early C4 goes off
Early C4 does go off from
from Mars.
Mark. That's the only C4 they had. It does miss the Jackal, and the Jackal is aware of the Goyle's positioning there, I believe. 1 minute 30. Odyssey haven't really gained any ground. They haven't killed a single member of Memento. They've got no control of the site or any of the surrounding area. Capital does hop into luggage. Looks like he's trying to get control of that. Sofia as well coming to join him. It looks like they've opted to try and take it from Hooker/Billy's side now.
Seems to be very late to decide that.
With a minute left, it is a very late decision. Where shield does get popped. Mars takes a lot of damage, but so does Terminator. Not sure where Mars isn't sure where he was taking that damage from though. The Jaeger's still playing in the hallway, there's still a shield looking at Terminator has to be. SpongeBob gets the first frag onto drop shot. Capital pushes the Jaeger. Jaeger gets the kill off with a little scuffle there. SpongeBob gets down 3v3. Jaeger's still alive. The Lion's sneaking into Hall of Fame and he gets killed instantly. 2v2 now. 20 seconds left. This is still winnable for Odyssey here. Goyo's on a slither of HP with Castle's on full health in the box. Not sure that they know where any of the players are.
10 seconds to go.
Sofia gets down and Castle with the final.
And Memento Mori have done it. They have made a strategy work on Penthouse.
It's almost like they were listening to us. Okay, we'll have to see what happens now. They're going hook up. So obviously going for a more usual thing here. No, blue bar. Memento really trying to be as unpredictable as possible here with Odyssey. No unusual operators coming out in the lineups for either team though. Buck 6 picking onto the Ying. Let's see if we'll have to see if Odyssey can make the Ying work possibly. Some promotion coming out for the Odyssey captain, for the Odyssey coach there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's see if Memento Mori have a better strategy to hold Office than Odyssey did.
Attackers have located
I think the
bomb.
problem with Office is that it's a very hard area to hold. It's very easy to pinch a player in there.
ATS active in this sector. Barbed wire going up. Up and running.
They're opting to give us shield, barbed wire, ADS. There's lots of utility going into Office.
Adding Overwatch.
Not playing in the Office, the question is, am I going to be staying to join him or am I going to be roaming somewhere?
5 seconds to go.
Also, the shield sitting in Penguin corner.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
bit of a squeeze there for the Bandit. Bandit looking to come join Doc in office.
Device set.
Electrifying the shield, null and void, making the Ash charge null and void.
The Ying sitting on office though. The Jaeger ADS will be able to deal with the Candelas, but the question is, are they going to just burn that Candela out and force their way through? Burn that ADS out, I mean. It looks like the Odyssey's doing a bit of an attack from everywhere.
Martin online.
Predominantly top floor, that's for sure.
That's something Memento didn't do. Memento definitely really didn't do a heavy roam clear. They had Buck up here taking out a couple things, but for the most part, Memento just forced their way out to the side. Looking to opt for a lot of vertical play here. Not quite finding anyone through these holes though. I believe that was on the hatch.
Yeah, the hatch and
Yeah.
Aqua.
As leaves Aqua hatch open, so I'm just gonna make whoever's trying to defend off just a little bit harder.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been
Missed
dropped.
Nitrous out.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Nitro misses.
Do believe it was
Drone
SpongeBob's? Yes, it was.
Drone has just gone into office. They do know that Bandit is still in there.
Attackers have located
But
a
he's
bomb.
watching that drop down very cautiously. Ash trying to find him through the hallway. Link slowly pushes her way down the upstairs. Luna on with opening frag onto SpongeBob. That's Bandit out. That's office clear for them. Question is, where is Skippy flag now? That Skippy's still somewhere where he can contest with the dog.
Ooh.
He was, and he is no longer there.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers dropped the diffuser.
3v4 situation with Dan down. Dan kills Terminator, but that leaves Dan down.
1v4 for Cure, as Dan
Cure.
is down.
Q is sitting in the kitchen. It looks like the Ying does know he's there. Just holds the angle, but Q getting the kills here, but who was that on again? Drop shot just
Drop
finishing
shot
off
just
them.
finishing off the round.
Drop shot's just shown time and time again just this fragging ability that he has, just to walk in and just get kills.
Odyssey looking a lot stronger on attack, as they seem to be roam clearing, pushing the defenders to where they want them to be, where Memento Mori decided they're just going to go for the easy map control and take it from there.
Memento were trying to... It looked more like Memento was trying to brute force their way into the site and deal with the roamers later on.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Go to the normal primary site, being Hooker Billiards. Relatively standard loadout coming out from both teams.
Sunstroke here on the Valkyrie, we'll have to see how much of a difference those Valkyrie cams really can make. It looks like one of the cams gone into Aqua there.
10 seconds left before insertion.
It looks like it's going to be an external cam as
5
well,
seconds
just to give them that early intel on what's happening.
Band
And electrifying all of the pink
Attackers
bar
moving out to
walls,
locate
just to
a bomb.
ensure that they are safe from playing there. Odyssey not having a buck means that they're not going to be able to pull off a lot of vertical play.
Ooh. Mars has been spotted early on, having to forfeit his spot in security.
Keeps getting droned. The Ash, no, sorry, the Ying knows that he's pushing away into security, but it looks like he might try to hold that just a little bit
He
longer.
is pinched.
Zofia is holding the rotate there. He is in a very bad situation here. Valkyrie possibly moving into areas to support him. Does the Jackal know the Valkyrie's there though? Doesn't look like. SpongeBob gets an early frag onto Kashi.
Enemy located. First floor.
Nitro, it's prep, but it doesn't look like she's going to use it.
Wasted C4.
They do know the bandit is still in security thanks to that drone that's there. Dropshot looking to push his force his way in, holding tight angles, trying to force his way in. 16 Candela goes out. They
That's
hear
a
the
C4,
nitro
right?
rip and
Diffuser has been
misses.
dropped. Attackers recovered the
SpongeBob does find Terminator.
Ooh.
SpongeBob with his
Attackers
3k
dropped
so
the
far.
bomb diffuser.
Mars finding Dropshot, leaving it to 5v1 here for Odyssey, for Luna to try and clutch. Does see the bandit but doesn't get the kills. And a perfect flawless round.
Odyssey unable to deal with a double roam from the bandit and the Valkyrie in main lobby and security.
All credit has to be, a lot of credit for that round has to go to
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob there. Just beautiful plays there on the Valkyrie, managing to sneak up behind the Jackal, and just being able to support the bandit there. Just waste all their time, completely just stop them in their tracks. Odyssey do swat up their lineup a bit here, taking the Nomad and the Blackbeard. Quite interesting.
And the Lion.
And the Lion. Yet to see how much of an effect Lion is going to possibly have.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Going to
Located a
4-5
bomb.
on the scoreboard. It's looking a lot better for Memento than it was before the rehost.
This map seems to be the closest of all of them so far,
Yeah.
which is fitting for the final map as well.
It's kind of what I was hoping for. I wasn't hoping for it to be a bit more one-sided like the other ones. I wanted this one to be really just go all the way.
10 seconds remaining.
Kashi already being down on one drone
5
is
seconds.
unfortunate for them, but they've still got, they should still be able to collect the lead in some way.
Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
Rifle shield mounted.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Valkyrie playing upstairs from Memento, not seeing and Jaeger, so there is some upstairs presence, but we're not seeing a huge amount of reinforcements or anything being up there. Buck's looking to possibly do an early entry into the penthouse. Possibly, if the Buck can spot out that Valkyrie, can get a good kill there.
Aware that the Valkyrie is in theater now, seems to be quite the top floor push coming out from Titan Odyssey.
Up my drone.
Dropshot on the backbit is already holding 90 corner. He knows she's around here somewhere. She's the only person top floor. He knows that if the ping comes out,
And Terminator gets the frag onto SpongeBob.
and that's their roam clear done. They've got top floor control now. Now Buck is free to start vertical play with that skeleton key.
Missed
Nitro goes
C4.
Who's for that? I believe that was Molly's.
Ah, that was Mars. Yes.
Hostile found. Sending my drone out.
No more nitro cells from the defender side.
Drone.
Mars starting to feel very pressured here with the vertical play. Looks like he's not sure where to stand, but it's actually safe.
Not
I'm
much
setting
more
up.
map control coming out from Titan Odyssey.
Taking their time, trying to force the defenders off the site, because as you can see, they've forced Jaeger and Maestro off the site now. Smoke's in a bad corner, and Marzi's pretty much pinched in between vertical play and angles that are being held. We're gonna have to see now on this final execute what Odyssey can pull off. But this is skipping an early frag onto getting a good frag onto Terminator there, but very low health. But to see maybe that's the difference. Dropshot kills Skippy. No health taken from him.
That was a shield very low down now.
40 seconds left. Smoke canister going out just to delay the push that little bit, possibly being able to delay those pushes the last 5 or 10 seconds.
Beauties.
Mars looking to get a cheeky frag.
I don't think they know
Probably will
Mars.
get it. Yep.
They do not. Diffuser down on the side. 15 seconds left. Dan can possibly hold us out of the smokes.
10
Gets
seconds
early frag on the
remaining.
drop shot. It leaves just Kashi and Luna. Luna goes down.
5 seconds
Kashi
left.
gets the frag onto Cuba, and Dan finishes him off. Evening out the score for Memento Mori.
Odyssey seem to get lots of map control, everything that they need to possibly win the round so early on, less than a minute in, or around a minute into the round. They already have full top floor control, and they just completely stall out for 2 minutes or for a minute and a half. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they just try to rush through.
They aren't capitalizing on it. They're taking the control, but they're not capitalizing anymore.
Memento played very well the patient game there, as they didn't go looking for the frags or try to retake anything. They just
Which is
waited
good.
for Odyssey to come back at them.
Just very good positioning on their behalf. That's really what that round was. They kept the peep important. They kept the Mozzie on site. Dan placed himself in a good corner, and then Maestro and Jaeger just
Attackers need to
positioned themselves
locate and
offside,
defuse as
trying to
many
hold all
bombs
the
as
angles
they
they could.
Same
Now, I think
strategy.
On Penthouse again, let's see if Odyssey can maybe adapt to it this time better than what they did last time.
Only the one nitro assault coming out from Memento
Mars.
Mori.
So basically what I'm hearing with that is that either it's going to go to waste like in the previous rounds, or Mars is going to have to hang on to
5
that as
seconds
long as
remaining.
possible.
I personally think nitro assaults have been going out way too soon throughout this
Attackers are moving out to
entire
locate a
game.
bomb and defuse
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
A bomb has been located.
I think the only really good Nitro Cell play we saw was on Oregon from Terminator.
Oh, early frag from Kashi.
Onto SpongeBob, that's the Valkyrie off the board.
Oh no.
So it is a
Technical
gun gone.
difficulties.
That is a gun gone for Memento, but the advantage they do still have is now Valkyrie obviously have got no little cams out. Drop shot finding the kill onto Dan, leaving a 3v5. If he gets the refact onto drop shot, Buck is in the bathroom. Looks like Buck is trying to force his way out of there, but he is struggling. Every time he moves, he's not just being shot at. He forces his way in there. Whoever the Castle lets him finally push his way in. Terminator kills Castle. He's in a
Attackers
2v,
located a bomb.
2v4 here.
Lots of damage coming out from that C4 at least. Kashi below 25 HP now.
Was that a floor bang from Terminator onto the castle?
Yep.
Plant is going down in the default corner. Very nice to place it.
Attackers need to protect.
Kashi does.
Kashi with a nice frag on the Q. 1v4 gets the first and gets shut down by Kashi.
Odyssey puts them to match point. Very well adapted by Odyssey there to deal with the strat. They just completely ignored the shields and went straight to the side.
This is what I was talking about. They developed a strategy, or they quote unquote used another team's strategy, and it got them one round. Exactly the same as what happened in Europe. Because I stand by my point of Penthouse is not a viable side. You might be able to throw them off and get the win, but I don't think it is a viable site that you can win time and time again.
100% agree with you. Well, with that, unfortunately for Memento, it takes Odyssey onto match point. So we'll have to see
match
onto
point,
ma-
series
match
point.
Yes, so we'll have to
Attackers need
see
locate
if
and
Memento can
defuse as many bombs as they
finish
can.
this round, bring it back on this round, and take it into overtime. Again, it's very similar lineups coming out from both teams. Not any huge changes here. Memento opting to go for Hooker, obviously looking for the stronger side.
Reinforcements in place.
Kashi on the buck this time though, which means that he will be able to do
10
that
seconds
vertical
left.
play from below and force him under the pink bar.
The entire quad wall has been electrified by Mars.
Attackers objective
But
is
to
to
no
locate
effect though,
bomb
if you look at this lineup, there's not a single hard breacher there. Odyssey's gone purely for a fragging approach to this.
See, but that's the thing. Coastline requires almost zero hard breach. Let's
Yeah.
see if Odyssey can actually deal with the bandit Valkyrie roam in lobby this time around.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser. A bomb has been located.
It seems they aren't fully aware of the Valkyrie's position there yet. First line scan does come out. Or what the purpose was, allowing Ash to push into a little bit.
Ooh,
Does
Spectre is
damage,
aware.
does no-
Does a zero damage
Zero
to
damage.
Mars. Okay.
Mars escapes there just having a little bit of scare. He's pushed himself onto white states.
Oh, here comes the Nitro self from SpongeBob. Yep.
Oh, and the drop shot is down. That is the blanket off the board. Menace, as many people think, but they do definitely know that SpongeBob is in the kitchen now. Obviously, SpongeBob being instrumental in the last time when they won this.
There's
They do
another
find help.
C4 coming below.
Question is, does he know where the lion is sitting?
Attackers have located a bomb.
Doesn't look like it is. It looks like he might be rotating arm.
Not rotating too far.
They do know the Valkyries by Blue Bar thinks that drone. Spectre looking to possibly deliver Valkyrie on a very tight angle. Knock down Spectre. SpongeBob give it a double kill. Skippy finds Luna, leaving Odyssey in a 2v4 here. Lion and Bucks on the board, a lot of gunfight potential. Doc looking possibly holding some bullet holes here, waiting for the Lion to move. Obviously, Doc does miss the shot. $50 seconds left on the board. Odyssey looks like Memento's holding all the cross angles. And they do still have the Valk below, possibly waiting for the default plant.
Valk does not have C4 anymore.
True, it'll have to be through bullet holes then, through gunfire. Jaeger does get flashed, but Terminator does not push him. Buck takes out a cam, they do definitely know he's there. Smoke canister coming up to Terminator finds down on the smoke.
15 seconds to go.
Does a lot of damage to Jaeger. Finds Jaeger.
10
Ooh.
seconds remaining.
He's plant going down. 1v2.
5 seconds left.
SpongeBob has no way of dealing with him. Very little
Activating
intel.
the diffuser.
Plant is down. Catching on 5 HP though. One shot from that gun will kill him.
Left.
He is down.
He is down.
SpongeBob is aware of it.
Terminator.
1v1.
He's just Terminator. Terminator is watching. He does know he's in the
Terminator
right.
is down.
Very well played by SpongeBob there.
SpongeBob manages to clutch out the 2v1. Great try from Odyssey with a 2v4, taking it down to a 2v1 with the
Defenders disabled
defuse
the
down.
Defenders win.
Beautifully played there by SpongeBob. Again on that Valkyrie, just being instrumental in the victory.
That was insane of a round, that one. Overtime, here we go.
We could not have asked for a closer match for this final one.
Talk about taking it all the way.
Drop shot going onto the black pit again, obviously just trying to irritate Memento's players as much as possible with denying those headshots. Oh, the 6 pick coming out from him. What are they going to?
There's
Onto the-
no way. There's no way.
Please, 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 please.
There's no way.
Please.
Ah.
Teasing us here
Drop
with it.
shot.
You can't tease us with like that.
Naughty, naughty,
Attackers
you
need to
tease
locate and
me.
defuse as many bombs as they
Naughty,
can.
Anyway, same loadout coming from Memento Mori. Same loadout from Titan Odyssey. Let's see if Odyssey can complete this round this time. They seem to neglect the roam completely from Valk and Bandit, which got them killed from below with the C4.
It lost in the round, not dealing with SpongeBob there. It lost in the round.
10 seconds remaining.
At the end of the day, I don't think not dealing with SpongeBob was the issue. It was probably more along the lines of not knowing where he was.
Attackers must locate and
If they knew where he was and chose to neglect him, it would have been fine.
But nevertheless, a beautiful play from SpongeBob in that last round. Clutching it up and keeping momentum in this fight. Are we possibly going to see a jump out here from Spongy?
Negative.
No, that's not good.
Goes downstairs for his usual roam positioning.
It looks like they are definitely going into the kitchen this time, knowing that Spongy was in their last round, just to make sure that they don't get nitred while they're trying to take the active control. The lion scan does come out, forcing Spongy to stand still. They do know where he is. It's a drone work. And he looks like he's quite pinned in behind that wall. Capital pushing his way through security will
Ooh,
ash.
they know exactly where he is.
They know exactly.
C4 out, wasted
Nitro goes
C4.
out.
Kashi from behind with a skeleton key. Stood no chance.
That was a much better roam clear this time from Odyssey side.
Ooh.
Trying to nearly wallbang Bandit there. Capital looks definitely coming up behind the Bandit. Finds Bandit. That's the rope gone. C4's off the board.
Q is still with a dangerous position.
Q had just Terminator just missing a shot into Q there.
bomb
Sorry,
located
not
by
Terminator,
attackers.
Kashi.
Ooh. Kashi having a bit of a finger
Very
fit there.
Very sneaky peek there by Kashi. It's also funny skipping leaving into the 2 5 now. Q and honestly, all the predators on full health. They've got a lot of drones still, a lot of utilities still. Terminator finds that. All the pressure's on Q and does a lot of damage to Ash. And he's forced down onto his cool lives and he gets killed. A flawless round there, Mike, honestly.
So Odyssey have clearly learned from their mistakes.
They clearly did it right this time, not allowing the roamers to wreak havoc on them and just forcing their way into the site once the roam clear was done.
Overtime, match point. Can Memento Mori take this to the very last possible round?
We'll
Or
have to
will Odyssey lock it out and stay in the winner's bracket?
Kashi hopping onto the dock, Spectre on the Maestro. Opting to go for kitchen service. So I have to see what they do here. Ying not really working out for Memento in the previous rounds. It's maybe they can do something different with it this time and maybe pull something off.
Memento sticking the exact same attacking lineup as every other round. 6th pick from the Maestro onto the Echo.
Let's see what happens here. So far, it's been a very tight game. Let's see if Memento can keep themselves in the game.
Defenders, protect your
Odyssey
bombs
goes
from being
through to
defused
the
by
next round.
attackers.
Reinforce the wall!
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Looking to go for a very similar setup as well here by Odyssey. I'll just have the same holes open, the same reinforcement.
Insertion. 5 seconds left.
Loading mag!
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Doc, was he having some fun, drawing a face.
Thank you, Kashi, for the wonderful drawing.
Much appreciated. Made our night.
So Memento Mori have changed up their attacking strategy.
All of them. Looks like they're all going for top floor now. The Jaeger is up there. Maybe he can wreak some havoc. They are trying to wallbang him there, and they've forced him down into Sunrise.
Ooh, is he gonna go for the run out?
Possible run out from here, but does the person on the drone right outside?
Oh, Spectre season.
Echo drone spots the Ying.
Oh, great teamwork from Odyssey there. Echo live droning the Jaeger, playing attacking strategies on defense.
Very, very well played there, getting themselves an early frag there. And
There
we're
is
meant to have
no
gotten-
top floor presence.
They're meant to have gotten themselves that top floor presence, which means Buck will be able to start opening up his angles, and if IQ has got breach charges, he will be able to start opening up the floor as well. Trying to force Odyssey off the side.
Wasted
Echo is-
nitro.
Echo is still trying to get intel on where they are. Using that Echo drone very actively. Buck's still cautious of a late rotate on Odyssey's side. Dropshot has rotated towards office, possibly with his security flank once they start pushing downstairs.
Well, that's one way to keep the smoke on the rotate. Just smack another face on
LED scanning.
vertical watch.
Drone in the bathroom, find the Echo. 1 minute left on the clock. If he does finally manage to get that ADS. 50 seconds left on the clock. It isn't looking too good for Raven at the moment. They haven't got the control they need.
Ooh.
They've got roamers running around everywhere still. It's a 5v4 situation.
Drop
Dropshot
Spectre with a
2v.
quick frag.
2v5 situation. SpongeBob does prone his way into the site.
And Titan Odyssey take the round and the match. Stays in winner's bracket.
Momentum getting knocked down to the winner's bracket after playing very well.
Great game from both teams. Thank you for tuning into the
Really?
stream. We'll be back with some more content a little bit later on. Not sure if it will be tonight or I don't think, yeah, tonight's done. Tune into other Titan streams. Hop onto the Titan Discord to find out when and where matches will be taking place and when they will be streamed.